Good evening, everybody. How are you all doing today? This is Yusuf Chowdhury, tuning in from San Antonio, Texas. It is 6:51 p.m. Central Time. Just give me like a minute, then we'll go ahead and start talking about the subject of social media today. And by the way, if you have any question on social media, feel free to drop those questions on the comments section. Do-do-do. All right, so let's go and start talking about this repeated subject. So we can talk about the do's and don'ts. Hey, Dave, what's going on, my man? Thank you for tuning in. How are ya? Okay, so let's talk about this social media marketing or social media marketing. John. How do you encrypt a file? Well, you need to use like an encryption software. There you go. So let's talk about this subject on the social media marketing and the different segments, the different section that we can tap into. The first thing, it is part of the digital marketing. So social media is not just considered, but it is one of the ways within the digital marketing that you can implement to build brand awareness and even get customers and sell your product and services. But the challenge is how to do it the right way. Okay. Because within the social media platform, I mean, there not all of them. I mean, there are like more than 500, probably more than 500 to 700 social media channels out there. But when it comes to marketing, you have the two options. So the first one is the organic option, which is like just putting interesting, engaging, highly beneficial content to your target audience, which is done organically. Then the second option that you have is to run the ads, like Facebook ads, Twitter, LinkedIn, now TikTok, Snapchat, Reddit, all these social channels. Also, even YouTube. YouTube kind of mix between social and SEO, so it gives you those options to basically target your audience, right? So a lot of small businesses, what happens? The one of the common mistake that they do is that when they put content, they don't have a clear direction, like what kind of content they're putting and how many times they're putting it, and they don't even understand and invest time in understanding the analytics of these channels. Like for example, on the Facebook business page, you have the Facebook Insights. This will give an idea around which content has more engagement, more likes, more share, more comments. Hey, Christian, my man, what's going on? It's been a while. How you doing, bro? Thank you for tuning in. Okay. They don't look into around which days gets the most engagement, what days the engagement is low. Um, so Facebook ad is one of those. Those are the organic, right? When it comes to ad, that's a whole different ball game because on the ad you can target the specific interested audience on a specific location, a specific demographic, and only they who are interested in certain of content that you're providing, whether it's selling a product or service, you will get more conversion from that by utilizing the ad versus just sticking to the organic, right? I saw a very interesting video from, I actually shared it on my Facebook between Nabil and Lizzie, who was an expert in social media, and they were talking about, especially Nabil was talking about, why do sometimes people share some of this vulnerability or the weakness, right? To in the terms of so-called authentic marketing or be authentic. I usually say when I say be authentic, that doesn't mean share freaking everything online. I mean, there has to be some sort of balance, right? If this is a business, you got to look at things from a business point of view and not just, 100% so called authenticity. You know what I mean? So don't confuse the two, because I do agree with Nabil in terms of, like, why do some people like share, oh look, I made a mistake and I screwed up. Okay, I mean, that's okay. You want to show your human side of things, but now the question becomes: did you do this sincerely, or did you do it to win some more? I don't know. Should I use the word manipulation? All right. So be careful how you want to put it out there. Right. I have some clients that don't even post on a daily basis. Probably like they really post on a monthly basis, but they get clients because they run ads on a consistent basis, right? So now we have to go back and understand there are many different social channels. Each one of them have a different features and functionalities. As a business, I have to understand that social media can also be called a push marketing. So what does push marketing mean? You have a pull marketing and you have a push marketing. Pull marketing, like when you run ads or when you do search engine, where the target audience that are searching for you, they're finding you and they're basically attracted to your website or getting pulled to your website. Versus push, which is like brand awareness. I mean, social media is very good when it comes to like brand awareness, right? Putting new material, new content, new question, new that, figuring out how can we engage with the target audience and how can we build that trust, right? So that's in a nutshell. So if you understand the objective of the social media platform, then you understand your business, understand your target audience, then come with the plan, come with the strategy, and some type of data that you can utilize it to increase conversion and whatnot, right? But somebody might ask, really, how does social media benefit businesses, right? Somebody might ask that question, like, how does it really benefit businesses? If you think about it, with social media, it can help you, for example, it can help you with increasing your brand recognition. For example, shoot in the dark and say, hey, I like your logo, man. That's pretty nice. Did you think that the US will ban TikTok? I don't know, man. There's been some sort of talk because of the privacy situation, and now TikTok is releasing new information about something about the data and privacy specifically for the US. So I'm not sure, man. I know some other countries, I think like in India and some other countries, they're banning it. So that was a good question. If I can pull that article for you, I'll definitely share it with you. Shoot in the dark essay. But yeah, I like your logo right there. Pretty nice. So again, understanding the social media channels, it can help you with increasing your brand recognition and with engagement and acquiring like targeted followers and likes. This can also help you with the brand loyalty. That's a great question. How does social media benefit business? Interesting. So that's what I'm saying. Brand recognition, Christian, brand loyalty. Social media can also help you to create some type of more opportunities for customer interaction, for example, right? It can, and because you're sharing the content, and sometimes you add your link of the website in those content in the post itself that is clickable, that can help you with increase in getting inbound or website traffic, right? And when you go back and forth with the audience, with the target audience, when they ask questions and you respond to them, whether through live streaming or through the content and videos and images, right? That whole experience with the customer actually becomes like kind of super nice, right? You can also look at your competitor and see how they are doing it. How are they getting a lot of engagement? Are they getting a lot of likes and share? Are people actually buying the product? Are they giving reviews, right? With social media right now, even with tech support, a lot of companies that right now use social media to basically troubleshoot issues instead of just making a phone call, right? And also understand that that Google actually do pay attention to something called the social signals. Okay, you can also utilize the social media to generate leads if you do things like strategically, like if you have a landing page that you're posting and that landing page has like an email capture, you can also generate lead through that. Or if you do like a live streaming like this and just post the link on the comment section and pin it, that will also help you to generate those types of leads. Okay, so these are the benefits. I would say these are some of the benefits that social media can help a business, right? If you are like a developer, you can also showcase some of your work. Make sense? If you sell jewelry, you can also showcase some of those jewelries, especially on Instagram, right? So these sort of thing are visual. This sort of thing requires that you have to understand the human psychology, the behavior of the human psychology, how they interact, what they like. But don't fall into the so-called manipulation and clickbait. Stay away from those tricky, manipulative, not sincere type of post. Some businesses even share content out of business content. Why? What do you mean? I mean, when you share a content, there has to be a balance. Some of the content will be about your products, about your service, about the industry news, new thing about the company, and some content will be funny, some content just like educational. I would even focus more on question-based content. Like if you can go to, for example, answerthepublic.com, pull all those popular questions that the target audience ask, and guess what? Make an image of those questions and have the answer and post them and share them, right? But even if you go back in terms of like if you do want to increase the engagement level, then the live streaming is the best option. Okay, just like right now, look, you're all engaging with me right now. People are coming and going back and forth and seeing these videos. Even if the video is done, I will still get views and replay and whatnot. You know what I mean? So now, when it comes to types of social media, people don't know that there's so many types of social media. Like, blogging is considered social media. Of course, Facebook and LinkedIn is social media. Social bookmarking site, like, Delicious, Reddit, for example. Meetup is also considered a social media site. Photo sites like Flickr, review sites, geolocation sites like, Foursquare or Swarm or WikiHow. These are all considered technically social channels, right? So now going back to the concept of the strategy is actually very simple. It's not that complicated. I don't know why people keep it too complicated, but I do advise a lot of businesses to utilize both the organic social channel social media channel strategies and also the ad, specifically the Facebook ad, because the ad can bring you the actual customer. It can help you with the conversion in a shorter period of time. It can also give you data quickly. What I mean by that, based on the click, based on the impression, you will get more data quickly than doing the organic thing, because the organic things takes longer time to basically put your material out there and whatnot. Does that make sense? So when it comes to the principle or the strategies of the social channels, the first thing is, and this is very old. I mean, it's not new. It's been this subject been talked about so many times, and that is that you always provide something intriguing, enticing, interesting, right, to your target audience. You're educating them, you're helping them, you're showcasing things, right, so they can understand how this product and services work, for example, right? And if you do it on a consistent basis, that can also build that brand awareness. That can also build the quality of the type of material that you put out there. Okay, you can, once you do share the amazing content, focus on how you can engage by maybe asking questions and figuring out what can I do to make it engageable. Of course, live streaming is an option, right? Use that and understand that numbers, sometimes if you focus too much on the numbers of the likes and the followers, that is a big mistake. What you need to focus on is the quality numbers, quality people that actually want your product and services, and not just number for the sake of showing off. There's so many so-called influencers with like freaking 2 million followers, but they can't even sell 35 t-shirts, right? So number really does not matter. That's like a facade. That's like a mirage, deceptive, right? I'd rather have, for example, probably 10 loyal followers than 10,000 people that can't even see my post. Okay? So try to make it engaging, try to make it interactive, right? Focus on nurturing your relationship with your followers, right? And always monitor, always use analytics, monitor and see exactly which post is working, which doesn't, from what time to what time is the peak of the engagement level or visibility. Get this all this information and start coming up with the plan. Like if I'm posting something, like why I'm posting this, like what I'm trying to achieve from this. If I put a video, what is the point? Do I just want to get views? You see, the problem is whether you put a story or a post that gets, let's say, I don't know, 1,000 views, right? couple of maybe like 50, 20 shares and comment. But if those conversations don't convert your product and services, then it's really pointless, right? So don't just focus too much on the numbers. Numbers means nothing. What means is the quality of the actual audience that are liking your page or following you are going to buy your product and services. You know what I mean? So think about that from that perspective. Okay? So you have to come with a strategy. You have to come with you have to define first of all what is your strategy, like how you're going to implement this social media plan, right? And then on which platform, because every platform is different. You have YouTube, which is video. Facebook has from live streaming to image posts to uploading videos. Then you have tweets. You have TikTok. You have Snapchat. They're a little bit different, so you have to understand how they work, right? You can either do it on all of them, or you can just pick one of them, just focus on that, right? And don't expect to have some type of fast, like a fast result. You know what I mean? And here's another thing: if you have one or maybe 4 social media channels, just make sure that the profile pictures are the same, the messages are the same, the banners, everything are all consistent throughout the social channels. Because from branding perspective, your website is designed in a certain way that your social media follows that design and the messages as well. Does that make sense? So make sure everything is complete and stay consistent with the images, right? But also, as I mentioned, invest in ads. So when you invest in your ad, you can define who is your audience. You can set up a daily budget type of amount of money. You can use multiple ads to see which one works, which one doesn't, videos or images. You know what I mean? You can try different selection of objective from within the ad, like the Facebook ad area. You know what I mean? Some companies even reach customers about their product and services free of charge. How will the customer then buy the service when valuable part of the services are already offered free? That's an excellent question. So some companies do that because just like how when you buy a antivirus software, free trial for like a 30 days, you use it, you try it, you test it. Oh, it looks great. Then they pay. Right? Some companies share some of their product, like let's say in the health industry, sometimes they sell these like a vitamins or omega-3, whatever, they will give you for free, just pay for the shipping. So you can try, and if you feel great, that builds trust and builds credibility, so people go back and buy it again. That's how it works. So they're not going to give everything for free. They're using the free option or at no cost to basically get the customer, have them try because they believe in the product and services. It works. That's what they're giving away. It's like a guarantee. Makes sense? So that's actually a good strategy, Okay, so any more questions on the social media channel? How about how to increase engagement? Okay, like I said, if you want to increase engagement, live streaming is the best option to increase engagement. Okay, but if you want to use like images or upload videos or text, then some of the ideas in terms of increasing engagement, like asking questions, sharing valuable content that is impactful for your target audience, share something like I don't know, quotes, make for example use upload or share videos. Maybe you can sometimes change the timeline cover based on events, based on new stuff that you're coming up with. You can also do like a survey or polls, right? You can put a picture of yourself and say caption this, for example. You can share events. You can share like a true or false statement, interesting facts, important business announcement, any type of quote. So these are some of the ideas of how to increase engagement. Okay, so that's about it on the social media side of things. So let me know if you all have any question about social media. I just want to kind of share some of these ideas and some of the stuff that y'all need to avoid when it comes to social, that you need to have a strategy and plan in place, because you don't want to end up wasting your time just posting thing like the gerbil and just kind of running over and over to expect different result. Make sense? So come with a proper plan, look at the data, invest in the ad, and figure out what is the objective of the social media marketing. Like why are you using it? Are you using it to get more leads? Are you using it to get more brand awareness? You have to have a clear understanding, clear objective of the reason behind it. You don't just want to post things for the sake of posting, right? Then you're nuts completely. You can't do that, right? So, what is the sales funnel and how a prospect converted into clients? Well, sales funnel, I mean, they call it sales funnel, lead pages, squeeze pages, whatever you want to call it. It's an idea, it's a landing page where you have an offer, and basically the interested target audience will enter the information to get, let's say, I don't know, a free product or service or a book or white paper or a series of videos. Then from there you upsell, right? If they like this, then you can just upsell it, whether through the so-called landing page itself or by sending them several emails of content. There are different ways of basically converting those audience that are interested into an actual paying customer. So that's all it is. Good question, Christian. Okay, any more questions? It is 7:12 p.m. Central Time. Let me know if y'all have any more questions about social media. I'll wait for a minute. If not, I will bounce. And probably I'll see you guys tomorrow, maybe like around 6 or 7 p.m. Depends. So, and by the way, if y'all enjoyed, watching this live stream today, do me a favor, tag some of your cool colleagues who want to learn this. Share this or invite them as well, especially if you're on Facebook. All right, so hey, Paulina, thank you for tuning in. Hey, Fedi, thank you. And Rocky, thanks a lot for tuning in. Appreciate it. Jennifer, thank you for liking the live streaming. Thank you so much. All right, so any more questions on the subject of social media? Any more questions, y'all? I'll wait for a minute. Okay, looks like there are no more questions. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and I'll definitely see you guys tomorrow. And again, if you have any question on digital marketing, feel free to DM me or send me a message. Or if there's any subject you want me to talk about, feel free to let me know. All right, you all have an awesome evening, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.